Welcome back to Destination Divergence, everybody. We've got the big group back together here. Like I said, bit of a recap to go through. Um, in game time, it hasn't been that long since you've seen each other last. I mean, it's been a matter of days for both sides of this, and there's been some, weird time fluctuation as you travel to different planes where things, time moves at slightly different rates, and all of that's been a bit stabilized by this whole prophecy thing and all of the alignment of the planes and all that. But it's still a subtle difference. Normally, some of the planes would be like, 10 times faster or 10 times slower or anything on that order, where you could spend a day on a plane and come back a month later, or something crazy like that. But for now, it's been much subtler, so things have lined up pretty well. You've both gone through all of your different planes and gotten back together within just a couple weeks at this point, I believe. Some of you took slightly longer in some planes and were pretty quick in others. It all just kind of depended on the plane. But regardless, you've gone on quite a journey. You've been through all of the planes except for the realm of dreams, which will the region of dreams. Excuse me. So many of them are called a realm. That one's called a region. Don't ask me why. Ask Keith Baker. Yeah. So you wandered through the endless halls, the very like maze-like corridors of the realms of the dead, watching souls get processed as they move on to whatever lies beyond that plane. You saw a great librarian turning souls into books instead of letting them pass on, and when you stabilized the plane, this librarian and their library seemed to completely vanish, letting all the souls pass on to wherever they may go. No one has really proven where that is after the realm of the dead. You witnessed the perfect the chaos of Kaithri, the churning chaos, the ridiculous energy was out there. You saw the rise and fall of slawed empires formed on the backs of floating rocks through empty space that would die off in mere minutes, only to reform in a completely new location somewhere else. You witnessed a small group of individuals as a last bastion against the chaos, a small place of order where they managed to stave off that chaotic energy and maintain some semblance of normal life. You witnessed an ever-changing landscape that, as you got deeper and deeper, the landscape itself seemed to attack you, constantly shifting multiple times per second between a tundra, a desert, an ocean, and over again into completely formless terrain. You've witnessed the realm of madness as well, the extreme mental anguish surrounding you that you managed to push through thanks to some magical properties of your party. You witnessed fields of emotions being harvested like crops, and witnessed an elder brain dragon. That was pretty spooky. Some of you kind of walked on the brine of elder brain goo and awoke an elder brain dragon who you chased off. They escaped. The battle was a bit of a draw. They were not going to fight you to the death, but that was a bit much. You saw through time itself to the endless the maze of time, where you saw rats representing various versions of the world with all the planes orbiting them like crowns, going through multiple different parallel timelines. You witnessed the plane of fire, which was a plane full of industry and magic and, well, obviously lots and lots of fire, and saw the city of brass helps topple one of the current sultans in order to bring up a new one. You saw the battleground, where gigantic machines of war were flying through the sky, cruising across the ocean and crushing the ground beneath them. You saw cannons the size of cities fire giant beams of energy. And you fought a sword wraith, a newly birthed pinnacle of violence that would take a long time to cut down, but you escaped while it was trying to slaughter you. You fought a colossal robot, I guess. It looked not like a warforged, but some sort of construct that was far taller than even the Colossus you fought previously. You saw the plane of ice, an endless tundra where you fought a lunar dragon dug deep beneath the surface, and witnessed the ghosts of the past frozen on the surface of the ice, fought giant worms that were protecting the center with paralyzing screams. You walked through the eternal darkness, witnessing all of the bits of other planes it had eaten and pulled into itself as it slowly consumed everything, and the decay that it wrought upon everything it consumed. Its counterpart, the plane of light, constantly growing new planes in order to fill or not new planes, but new sections of planes in order to fill the gaps in planes that were eaten by the eternal darkness. You saw the perfect order, got into some trouble there, were pretty much immediately arrested upon entering through an unauthorized location, and had to deal with some court proceedings. But thanks to a little bit of shady dealings with one of your lawyers there, you got out pretty quickly and were able to look through the Panopticon, a location that sort of does intelligence work on the entire multiverse, scanning everything everywhere all at once in order to make sure that they are able to keep an eye on everything. Let's see, what else? What am I missing? We've got Lamania, the Twilight Forest, where you witnessed incredibly large beasts representing the true pinnacle of what it is to be like the wilderness and the wild energies, the primal, like basically deities of the universe, and fought what was the primal form of hunger itself in order to get past it to the core of the plane. Yes, and the fairy court, of course. How could I forget what we so recently went through, where you witnessed fairy tales that you got to partake in a little bit. Had a bit of an adventure along the lines of Jack and the Beanstalk, except you had Drost, and Drost turned into a giant and kneecapped the giant, and it broke multiple other bones along the way, before finally chopping down the Beanstalk. Let's see, am I missing anything? I think that's most of what's happened recently. Yeah, I think so. The Plane of Peace, of course, we did miss that. Not particularly notable in the adventure you went on there, but still very strange and interesting and wonderful. A place where everyone can fly, no matter what biology or magic they possess. A place full of crystal spires floating in an endless blue sky. And a great university where you studied for a little bit and spoke with some students there in order to uncover the direction you were supposed to go, eventually finding yourself in a tavern named the Last Resort, part of the draconic prophecy that spoke of you coming to this plane. And the tavern keep, who turned out to be essentially a deity of this place, and one that had been around a long time, and had formed this tavern and this location specifically because it would fulfill the prophecy of you arriving there. After exchanging some stories with him, you're able to stabilize that plane as well. And now finally, all 12 planes, 6 for each group, have been stabilized. You've locked them into place in the astral alignment that was required for you to properly reach Dalcor once again. Now, Dalcor is the region of dreams, and Nakarath has actually been there once before, so you know a few things about it. It is not particularly easy to reach, not particularly easy to parse, not particularly easy to understand, and not particularly easy to navigate. But that is your final task. If you can stabilize Dalcor, the last draconic progenitor god will be locked in as one that is favorable to you all. Currently, you have secured Bahamut as one of the progenitors, and Halal as one of the progenitors. Their domains are true justice and humor and pleasure, respectively. What is on the line now is if you fail in your assignment, Tiamat, who represents evil, vengeance, and destruction, will become the third progenitor, instead of Tamara, who represents good, healing, and light. So those are the stakes, and obviously this is a pretty drastic simplification of the events of the several months of playtime we've all gone through recently. And there's lots of things you've picked up along the way, lots of character moments in between, but that is the basic montage of the adventure so far. Yeah, so we'll say you guys are all gathered in Drost's fortress, which has the portal to the other planes within it. I'll give you some time to roleplay meeting up with each other again if you wish.
We do just sit here silently, all in a room.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has, hasn't it?
I'm not gonna lie, I missed you guys.
Everybody, I'm exhausted.
Me too. Just this last one then, right?
Mm-hmm.
I certainly hope so. It's been so hard to keep track.
I think this is it.
Yep. It's time for me to go home.
Are we going to make it back from this?
I don't know.
I think that's kind of been a question the whole way through.
I think this
I
might
guess
be the
so.
end game.
You gotta sail off the edge of the world sometime, metaphorically speaking.
I've
Haven't
heard
we
there
been
is
doing
such a
that?
thing as a free launch.
This whole time?
For a while, yes.
Yeah. So, I guess off to it then.
Off
One
to
more
it.
round, and then we can all get going.
Hmm.
Oh right, I forgot I'm drinking.
Always good to get yourself good and drunk before you go portal hopping.
Absolutely.
I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's time to
It's
shift
kinda
from the high
retarded.
quantity to the high quality for the last round.
Bring out the good mead.
Indeed.
Yeah, everyone else presumably used their bottomless funds to get various character improvements and whatnot. I'm kind of good, so I just got really good.
What bottomless
liquor.
funds?
Yeah. We had
I
like
have
no money.
Bottomless funds? Oh yeah?
Y'all
Yeah.
have been traveling to other
Yeah,
planes
like a
and
golden
not
goose or some
exploiting them
shit?
for their natural resources?
Yeah,
That's
you-
like...
It was literally your party that secured the bottomless funds.
I think we gave them away.
Did you? I was pretty
I don't
sure
know.
I mentioned when you were going to give them away, I was like, this is literally my intention to give you bottomless gold for you to upgrade yourselves before the final thing.
Oh, I must have missed that from like not being here or something.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
I have 7K.
Bottomless.
Bottomless.
Oh
Like
fuck!
these
I didn't realize.
mimosas.
Hmm.
We're gonna
Well-
just drop a giant wad of
Deuce.
gold
That's
on
okay.
the final enemy. From
Don't
a very
worry.
high vantage point.
Yes, indeed. And don't worry, I think, honestly, this party is so ridiculously strong at this point that I don't think it would have mattered that much, which is why I literally gave you a blank check. I was like, you're so
If you can think
incredibly
of
strong.
something, do it.
Yeah, you're so incredibly strong at this point that, I mean, it would just be multiplying infinity. It wouldn't fucking matter. So I just gave that to you. Plus, it means I can just throw extremely hard things at you. It'd be great.
Yo, can I have illusionist bracer?
We went over this.
Except that.
I would literally rather just add a free +5 to all of your damage rolls than sit through 8 attack rolls every turn.
I'll take it if I'll do half damage. It's fine. I'll do a quarter if you give me 16.
Oh, good. Yeah, we'll do the 8 attacks, 7 of them whiff. You do 1 damage. Great turn. Like it'll. Excellent.
Excellent. Love that for me.
So on to Dalcor itself, the region of dreams. As I mentioned, y'all know a few things about it. One thing that I found out while researching this plane that I think Clemens would have found out, and potentially all of you, but especially Clemens, just from the planar research y'all did before, that probably would have been good to mention before, but you know what? It didn't really matter until this point, anyways. Our oh boy, now I can't remember their name. There's a particular thing. I'm very professional, I promise. I think they're called the Dreaming Ones. There's like a special fancy fantasy name for them.
Yeah, on this professional campaign.
I'm
Lotus.
extremely professional.
Nice.
Do-do-ba-do.
I'm gonna start wanting my money back if you take a little longer.
Yeah, that's fair.
You
Extremely
guys are paying
fair.
for this?
Ah, okay,
I'll
here we
process.
go. The Karlasa, the Great Dreamers, are they're a group of 12 extremely massive like lizards at the bottom of the ocean scattered around the world. And I say lizards rather than dragons because they don't appear to be like winged or anything. They appear to be more like ocean lizards of some kind, but they do have legs. But they have been dormant and sleeping for an extremely long amount of time, prehistory, for sure. And what is strange about them, and this is why Clemens would have uncovered information about this, because scattered all over the world, related to the sea. I think that makes some sense. Dreaming normally brings your mind to Dalcor. But when you dream near one of the Great Dreamers, your mind goes to one of the 12 planes that are currently connected to the material plane. Each one of the Great Dreamers is thematically associated with one of the planes too. For example, the one tied to the plane of fire is constantly hot, emitting heat, boiling the seas around it, things like that. And so on for all of the other planes. Some of the sea-dwelling intelligent races, like the Sahuagin, have built up cities around these great beasts, constantly harvesting their flesh and bones, which doesn't wake them up, strangely. And these things are filled with so much life that they almost immediately regenerate. So these guys basically have like an infinite resources glitch down there at the bottom of the ocean. So all of their stuff they build looks biological, and that's cool. Thought I'd bring that up just because it's cool.
Thank you for bringing up.
Yeah, so that's a fun dream thing, but notably, there is no 13th dreamer connected to Dalcor. And, well, in some regards, that makes sense, because, I mean, what's special about the Great Dreamers is they don't dream in Dalcor. But what does that mean that there is no Great Dreamer of Dalcor? There's some mystery there that hasn't been solved. So that's worth bringing up. The other stuff about Dalcor, it is, of course, the region of dreams. It is filled with all of the dreams of mortals that you would see when you go through it. And Nakareth has dipped into it previously and was put through several dreams. Yes, several dreams in a row at an extremely compressed timescale before popping back out. I think during one of the dreams you were in there for over a month, and you came back and it was less than 8 hours when you popped out.
Yeah, I was really worried about that.
Yep. So you know that Dalcor has a ridiculously compressed timescale. And who knows what timescale it's at now after you've set this celestial alignment in play. Yeah, so it is constantly changing because the entire landscape of this plane is made up of the dreams of the people that are currently dreaming. Somebody wakes up, that section of the plane goes away. Somebody goes to sleep, a new dream starts, a new section of the plane pops up. Somebody's dream changes in the middle, and they go out one door from their house, and suddenly they're in a completely different part of the world. That part of the plane changes to wherever their dream is. And everything that happens in the dream that is connected to someone is only based on their knowledge of the world. So even if someone dreams about a great scientist or something, and that becomes a character in their dream, that great scientist will only know what the person dreaming would think the scientist would know, essentially, and so on and so forth. They might act like they know a great deal more, but you wouldn't be able to press any more information out of them. Everything is generated from the mind of the dreamer, except for the Kori. Kori are the natives of Dalcor, directly related to Nakareth's backstory and everything. Yeah, there's a lot with the Kori. There's it's sort of complicated. I don't know where to begin. They are aberrations, but they almost have more in common with fiends than normal aberrations. They have like a cycle of death and rebirth where when they die, their spirit goes back to Dalcor, gets recycled in the great whirlpool of spirits, and gets thrown back out, much like a fiend would. But they're very like alien. They're not necessarily directly associated with good and evil or law and chaos like angels and devils and demons and whatever are. So they're sort of neutral and just kind of out there, doing what they do, having their own eldritch goals that don't necessarily follow any kind of mortal plan. And that's the Kori. So they are aberrations, but they share a lot in common with demons too, and they also have no true physical form, which is another trait that brings them a little closer to more like undead even too. They're a very weird grouping of creatures. So let's see. That's the Kori. The Kori are currently mostly evil. Now, I know I said they're not necessarily associated with good or evil, because as a species they aren't. Much like a devil or a demon is directly related with evil, but currently the leader of the Kori, Il-Lashtavar, is very evil. And because of that, he manipulates all the other Kori that are born underneath his, in his realm, essentially, are formed evil because of that. They're formed to be very manipulative. They're formed to feed on negative emotions. All Kori feed on psychic energy of emotions, and some of the good ones would want to feed on positive emotions, and the negative ones want to feed on negative emotions, and so on. So they go out and they manipulate dreams to try and create the emotions they are seeking. This, in Eberron canon, is the source of nightmares, or any kind of negative dream you might have, any kind of unsettling dream, is because the Kori are out there manipulating dreams in order to bring about the emotions that they seek. Whether it's anger, fear, sadness, guilt, regret, I don't know, so on and so forth. Any kind of the crazy nightmare, or even just strange situation might be a dream from a lesser Kori. Is, like I said, the work of a Kori. There's lots of tiers to them and all sorts of stuff. We'll probably get into that as we go. But yes, that is the current threat of Dalcor, is it is absolutely flooded with these evil Kori at the moment. Nakareth, I believe we've gone over Nakareth's backstory in the past a little bit, but I'll recap it here. Is part of the good Kori, essentially. A long time ago, most of the good Kori that were around, as they were sort of dwindling in population, left the plane before the plane got sealed off. And to do so, they had to possess mortal bodies on the material plane, and sort of fuse with them rather than take them over directly, because they're not evil. The evil Kori tend to just do direct possession. The good Kori sort of fused in with people, and then as the bloodlines of these Kalashtar continued, they would inherit the souls of previous Kori, like ancestors and stuff, as they went along. So Nakareth would be bound to one of these good Kalashtar Kori, and inherited that from many lives, has many memories all built up in there, all that stuff. The evil Kori tend to create people called the Inspired, who they will possess directly and more forcefully, more harmfully. But that is, for the most part, the limit of their influence on the material plane, since Dalcor is pushed away from the material plane, no longer connected. Although, y'all are about to reconnect it, so hopefully you're able to get done whatever you're getting done before they do too much, or before they're able to invade too much. Yes, what else am I missing here? You got, yes, the endless dreams of mortal minds. You've got the Kori. Any questions so far? I feel like I'm missing so much, but there's so much random shit about Dalcor.
It feels so unknowable that I wouldn't even know what to ask.
That's fair. That's very fair.
It's my backstory, and I think you got everything.
Awesome. Yeah, so Nakareth has been on the run from these Inspired and so on and so forth. Yeah, something important to bring up. There's Il-Lashtavar is the leader of the evil Kori, and is essentially not just the leader, but also the dreamer. How Dalcor works and something I think Nakarth would know just from being taught it in Kalashtar school, essentially. An obscure piece of knowledge that wasn't necessarily ever useful, but we were always quizzed on or whatever. It's that there is, it's an important piece of lore, so you would definitely know it.
Oh, is this the whole like trying to make a new dreamer and a new dream? Like,
exactly.
all right, yeah, it's the whole thing. I've been trying to like create a new dream.
So
it's probably related to those other 12 on the material plane, huh?
probably. So yeah, let me explain that in a little more detail.
Oh, sorry,
no,
yeah.
it's fine. But we connected there. I got what you were saying. So Dalcor is itself a dream. It contains all the dreams of mortals, but it is also the dream of some eldritch being somewhere named Ilashtavar. When Ilashtavar wakes up, Dalcor will cease to be, a new dreamer will fall asleep, and a new Dalcor will be formed under the influence of the new dreamer. So the current goal of the Kalashtar is to wake Ilashtavar and allow Ilyana, who is the Great Light and the leader of the Path of Light, the sort of almost religion of the Kalashtar, in order to have Ilyana become the new dreamer, the new Kortarai, as they call it. Yes, so that's very important. Ilyana is the good one you're trying to put in power there, essentially. And once Ilyana is in power, then all the Kori birthed there will be it will be created from the bright light energy of Ilyana, and will be good Kori that will try to make good dreams instead of evil Kori. And still currently, there are some good Kori being spun up just by the faint influence of Ilyana. And if Ilyana were to take hold, then there would be some faint Kori that were being born from whatever new evil Kori would arise to be Kortarai. But that is the current thing. So there's some good Kori out there. The vast majority, 99.999% of Kori, are seeking to create fear, anger, mistrust, anything they can to create these fucked up nightmare dreams in order to harvest those emotions from people. That is the realm you are invading at the moment. Yes, go ahead.
And they punch really hard with their teeth.
The Kori do? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. They punch really hard with a whole lot of things. Some of them have like clouds of floating eyes around them and all sorts of creepy aberration shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you all like creatures with a lot of eyes, because yeah.
That is one of my favorite genders.
Here we go.
I would love to destroy them.
Yes, kill them with fire, unless they're also made of fire. Then I don't know, kill them with something else.
Yeah, synaptic static pretty much kills everything.
You'd say that.
Except they're resistant to psychic energy.
Except they're resistant to psychic. Yes, Nakarth has found that.
This
Hi.
means you have to cast it more times, is all.
True.
It's not like I've done damage in the last, like, I don't know, 60
Ever?
sessions.
Oh.
Most of you...
I don't mean to do damage.
Yeah. I think the entire party has fought a Kori at one point or another during this campaign. I've definitely foreshadowed it a bit. There were the Night Hags forever ago that most of the party should have encountered that were possessed by Kori. I don't think Clemens was there for that, and Eli might not have been either.
I think Clemens was.
I think
there.
Eli was there for that.
No, the Night Hags were... We
thought
were
I
a
never
different country than you, yeah.
Yeah, that was back in Ondair. I don't remember if Eli was there or not. Either way, then the other party did a lot of Kori shit later on, so yeah. It all adds up.
Eli joined between the Night Hag, like, on the way over.
So Eli may have never seen a Kori before. This will be quite a shock.
They're like dinosaurs.
I remember fighting Ann Corey,
I
I
mean,
think.
Yes.
Fucking hate dinosaurs.
The group
I'm-
that went to Zendrick
to be fair,
did some Kori stuff, yeah.
Nakarth is a little eldritch when he, has all the golden thread bullshit going on. So you might be a little prepared, but they're worse, obviously.
Nakarth is essentially an eldritch mind tentacle monster, and he's just wrapped his tentacles into fists to make them a little more
I
presentable.
love it so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I'm scared.
So that is the situation. That's the place you're headed. Who knows what you'll uncover there? Who knows where you're going or what you're doing there? I mean, you've got another world anchor, right? That's something. But it's a pretty unknown and abstract location. So yeah, good luck. Any other last minute preparations people want to do before they head in there?
Don't believe so.
All right. Fair enough. Well, let's get you all in there then. So finally, after all this, after you've stabilized the 12 other planes, you're able to, I'll say, those of you with planar knowledge, those of you who were sort of performing as researchers before, are able to piece together a new part of the formula that Carrick had been working on before. These seals of magic that you've got, these seals of giant magic, that had previously been used to shunt Delcor away from the material plane. You've now got everything stabilized and in a perfect alignment in order to reverse that process. This would be considered essentially 10th level magic. This is not something that anybody can just do. This is going to be a great ritual, and it is going to require multiple people with magical talent and arcane knowledge to perform. We're going to handle this like a skill challenge. So, who in the party thinks they'd be part of this? If you have, I'd say, high-level spellcasting or proficiency on Arcana, I think you could participate in this potentially.
Oh, baby, you know.
Well, boy,
Clemens
howdy.
will
Do I
try.
have both of those things?
I'm a spellcaster. And
I'll
that's about it.
definitely be part of it.
All right. Let's go on the list. So I heard Carrick, Faye, Eli. Who else?
Leroy.
Clemens.
Leroy and Clemens. Okay. Yep. That's 5.
My list would help.
Oh, so that's 6. Okay.
How many do we need?
The number you add to this will lower the DC of it, but there'll be more rolls involved and more chances to fail. Essentially, it's going to be like a big group stealth, not a stealth check, big group skill check. So far I've got 6. We settling on
Alright,
that?
I guess I'll join.
7. Were you getting Nakarath in there too, or?
I do not have proficiency or spellcasting.
Okay.
In game, Faye's gonna look at Nakara's considering and just solemnly shake her head.
Listen, I would, but I cannot.
Yeah,
I
fair
can-
enough.
I
blow
can
my
put
kiss.
myself through planes, but I can't manipulate other shit.
For some reason, I heard I can punch myself.
Me too.
We're just doing this ritual. Beans himself in the head.
So the original DC of this check was 30. With 7 of you participating, this is going to be a DC 23.
Yikes.
So this is an Arcana check to send this out there. Or if you are not proficient with Arcana, you can just add a modifier that is your highest level spell slot. So D20 plus your highest level spell slots number.
Wait, could I do? I'm more number than Arcana. I'm not so smart.
Sure. If you're wait, how are you more number than Arcana? Oh, I guess if you're counting Mystic Arcanum, yeah, that makes sense.
Am I adding highest level spell slot in place
Oh,
of
yeah,
a proficiency modifier or in place of total modifier?
In place of total
I'll just
modifier.
do +7
Thank you.
for
So not adding your
non-reading
proficiency bonus.
purposes.
Correct.
So it
Alright.
wouldn't have helped.
20.
26.
It was spellcasting modifier, just flat.
It was it was either the number of your highest leveled spell slot, so like 9, or your
Oh.
Arcana bonus.
Am I foresighted?
I didn't hear any
Ironically,
foresights
I
about
did
it.
not have the foresight to cast foresight on anyone.
Oh no.
I normally have advantage in Arcana from Storm Rune. Does that still apply?
That does apply, yes.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What the fuck? The least
Let's
magic of all of
go.
us.
Well, he's pretty magic.
He's pretty magic.
Hey, yeah.
What, me?
Yeah.
I got spell slots. I got up to 7th level. Leave me alone.
What?
The flash of
You like
genius
never
will, challenge.
It's because
Sure.
he
sure,
used
sure.
all his magic to make a
Oh.
like a big hammer.
It's because he casts fist all the time.
No, we cast
Yeah,
It's a
hammer.
very
huge
effective
into
spell.
fisting.
I'll flash of genius on Faye.
All right. That brings us to 4 out of 7 successes, which is a complete pass.
Yay! Thank God.
Yeah, so you all gather together and pool your magical energy and each take a portion of this ritual as you all manage different pieces of the magic here, drawing different glyphs in the air, swirling them together into one great like matrix of different symbols arcing over each other, connecting to each other in this abstract geometry display in the middle of the room that you're standing in, probably the room that houses your great portal as well. And then finally, after a painstaking, like more than an hour of this ridiculously complex work, you're all sweating and mind strained, absolutely focused on this task. You pull through. You manage to connect all the dots together. You feel the magic ready to work. It only needs that last push to send everything off. And you can feel the amount of magic you've built up here, this connection to the planes itself, this ridiculously powerful magic spell you've all crafted here together, ready to go. It feels like you have all of your fingers on the trigger of this incredibly powerful gun you were about to fire at the plane itself. Are you ready to pull that trigger?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Wouldn't even hesitate.
I'm ready
Do
to
it.
see the plane after all that the other planes have put us through.
All right. You complete the spell with the last, lock eyes with each other real quick, glancing around the room, making sure that you're all ready. You complete the spell. The magic goes through. And you all feel this rush of magic through you that almost knocks you out. Despite you all being 20th level characters and all extremely well versed in magic, able to change the universe at the snap of your fingers if you wished, things like that. This is still even beyond that magic. But you pull it off, and you remain conscious, all of you. I'm not going to make you roll for that. And as you do so, the portal flickers to life. You've opened a portal to a plane no one has actually physically visited in over 40,000 years. You have reconnected something that was sealed away by ancient magic that has not been performed in that same amount of time. Are you ready for the final step of this adventure?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
terrified, but we don't have another choice. Realistically.
So you all
Mhm.
stride through the gate, which currently looks like a long sort of black and purple corridor ahead of you, just like a twisting, almost like a like not swirling energy, but like energy flying directly away from you, like beams of light just arcing through a perfectly black backdrop. You step into the portal and all of your vision goes black. Your senses are cut off. The first thing you notice is the clinking of glasses together. The jovial laughter in the background, and you all open your eyes. And you are all experiencing the same set of sensations right now. You are not all seeing each other. You are all inhabiting the same, essentially, dream. You are inhabiting the same body, the same person's dream here. So none of you can see each other, and for a brief minute you think you're alone. But you look around the room. You're currently seated at a bar in a tavern in Ondair. A bar most of you have been to before. A bar kept by a warforged barkeep named Tap. You are at the House Orion Bar, the tavern that is connected to their main their main headquarters, their branch. There we go, in Passage, which served as a bit of a headquarters for you all previously as well. Your own personal headquarters while you worked under House Orion temporarily at first. Well, in a manner of speaking. But none of you are yourselves at this moment. You are all in the body of some elf who has come here to have a drink. And it's pleasant. This is not what you expected from this place. But just as soon as it came, and the pleasant feeling washed over you, that dream ends as well. A brief flash in the sea of dreams you are being rushed through. Like your head being dunked underwater, you leave the dream, this pleasant dream of a bar and drinking and being among friends, and you enter into a battlefield. Much like the one Nakareth experienced previously. You all inhabit the same body once again. A warrior in the rain, trudging through the mud, bearing a standard on a pole. The one spark of hope for your compatriots. A sign that you have not fallen yet. A sign that you may yet continue. And despite the carnage around you, you know you have an important job. And you know that you're an inspiration to those around you. You hold the standard strong, plant it into the ground against the cold winds and the rain plastering you. You're covered in blood. Yours, others, who knows at this point. But you have a job to do. And then one by one, you enter another dream, another dream, another dream. So many of them, a mix of different emotions. So far, things have been, while sometimes not the most pleasant, always generally somewhat pleasant. You have entered into the outer edge of Dalcor, where the quarry's influence is the least. But each dream you encounter brings you closer and closer to the quarry. Their influence starts to grow stronger and stronger, and the dreams start to take on subtle changes as you go, subtle tweaks. They become to be more dreamlike in a way, if that makes sense. You're in a dream, of course, but in Eberron, the subtle oddities of a dream and the things not being like reality are all the forces of quarry influencing them. In Eberron, a mortal's dream that is not influenced by a quarry is completely normal. It is simply like a second life they are inhabiting. A place for their brain to process their emotions in peace. But again, things begin to go wrong one by one. Only subtle differences here and there. Maybe, like the Matrix, you see something happen multiple times. It's deja vu. Something is wrong here, right? Something has been changed. Maybe it's impossible landscapes. You walk out of the door to one building and enter into a completely unrelated building instead of entering the outdoors. Perhaps you cover great distances in very short times, or spend a really, really long time just trying to get across the room. But eventually, you all start to notice your own consciousnesses beginning to take hold once again. You are no longer being just passengers on the dreams of others. But finally, as the presence of the quarry grows in strength, you begin to find footholds in that presence yourself. And the first time you all acknowledge each other within these dreams is, I'm going to roll on the table. Is on a farmland. You are all inhabiting the body of a farmer, but this time from a distance, as though you are watching through this farmer's eyes, but not inside his mind. Like you are seeing things in the distance, you are disassociated from it, and you all can feel each other all watching the same thing. You watch as this farmer walks through his field, seeing a ruined harvest. behind him. You look completely torn apart by something. It looks, if not unrecoverable, a significant loss in the amount of food that will be possible this year. Things have been trampled and smushed and burnt, and it's a huge mess. The farmer has a shovel in his hands, and he walks around his land just smashing things in anger, hitting windows with his shovel, hitting his tools against each other, screaming at the sky. He's extremely angry. And in this anger, in this scene that is very clearly a scene that has been modified by the quarry in order to produce this anger, you recognize this finally. And it's like that moment in a dream where you recognize you're in a dream finally. And you're able to step out of this farmer and into farmhouse. And as you do, the farmer disappears. You're still members of his dream, but you are now the protagonists here. I have just realized I have not put any of your tokens on this map yet. Whoa!
I have no
Let's
vision.
It
just
looks black to me.
drop
I think this is symbolic
You
of the fact that we're
all
asleep.
here.
We're in a dream.
There are so many of you. There we go. You can see the farmland
building.
around you and the oh, it shouldn't be dark. I'm sorry. Hold on. Lighting. Yes, it should be good to go. You should be able to see. Yes,
I can see, thank you.
Perfect. You can see this farmland that I will admit the map doesn't look like the harvest has been ruined, but trust me, the harvest has been ruined. And various
I've never seen a harvest so ruined as this one.
I know, right? Bits of furniture around this house have been trashed, sliced open, broken, destroyed. This farmer's been on a rampage, and you start to wonder if maybe the farmer himself was angry enough to do this to his own fields, if the quarry were that cruel, or what the situation of this dream was. But yeah, that's how you find yourselves. I'll give you a minute to roleplay amongst yourselves.
Might I just say this ambiance is like chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is immaculate.
So, where to now, Nakarith?
Yes, you're our expert when it comes to these nightmarish horrors. Well, if you had one piece of advice to give to everybody here, what would that advice be?
I mean, don't let your guard down. They could be literally anyone or anything.
Is
For
there any way to
starters.
tell without them, stabbing you?
Um,
How do I know that all of you aren't the enemy? Perhaps none of you actually exist here, and
I
we've all
mean,
been put into our own little versions of the dream.
That's a good point.
to be fair, you've been possessed before by a quarry.
If
Oh,
I may
yes.
interject for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get everybody in the party to make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, Taylor.
My favorite words.
Okay, I think it's time for me to do my foresights pretty soon, by the way.
Yeah, I should probably drop those like ASAP, huh?
Uh-huh.
If 14
Alright.
does not pass, I'm gonna give it +4 with Arcane Deflection.
Okay, +4 does still
I'll
not
give
pass.
myself an 18.
18 does still
Oh
not
wait,
pass.
no, I wouldn't. Yeah. Shit.
Do I need to have Neko make a saving throw?
Oh, reminder that I took the True Sight boon, by the way. I typed
Thank
it in
you.
chat.
Yes, that makes sense. How much True Sight does it give you?
60
feet.
feet.
60 feet? Okay, cool. Good to know.
Does a 5 pass?
A 5 is unfortunately a failure. That would definitely be a critical failure if we were running a system with that, but it is not. So let's see. Going down the list here, Leroy passed, Nakarith passed, Milo's passed, Neko would not need to make a save here. No, Neko automatically succeeds as a contract. Not a contract. What? A construct. Thank you, Brain. I think everyone else failed, unless there were other modifiers I'm missing here. Because the DC was 21.
Okay.
Alright, I actually can't pass that.
So all of you who failed, sorry, my brain is all over the place tonight. In Foundry, there is a tab, kind of like fifth from the right, the rollable table tab. There should be one you can see there. If there's not, I fucked up somewhere. You should have permission to it.
I see dream trait.
The dream trait table, go ahead and roll on that. If you want to make it a private roll, you may, just to have a bit of surprise to it. You're not forced to make it private, though. And the next scene would be this scene, for anything that says next scene.
How do you roll from the table?
how do you roll it?
There should be a roll button at the bottom.
Yep, there it
Oh,
is.
yep.
It's big.
Glad we both missed that.
So you all have a bit of something going on with your mind in this dream because of the failing the saving throw. So go ahead and read those to yourselves, and I'll let you get back to your roleplay in the meantime.
This is kind of like Among Us if you think about it.
Yeah.
So retcon literally everything that Clement said.
Okay. Yes, indeed.
So rather than Clemens, there's kind of a middle-aged half-orc farmer in overalls with a pitchfork. He's like, "Yep, this is mighty predicament we've gotten ourselves into here."
Is Clemens the angry farmer, perhaps?
Might as well be.
Or Clemens just stay in the body of the farmer?
Yeah, I don't remember like the details of the angry farmer.
He was just running around with a shovel, smashing things.
Okay, shovel instead of pitchfork. There we go. Can he have been a half-orc farmer?
Sure, half-orc farmer.
Okay. Oh, I am so angry.
Speaking of Clemens, it's funny you say that. You see a large, very stocky, almost like strong man, built man in a bright buffalo plaid shirt. Some chest hair is coming out over the top. We've got some fat old mutton chops on this man, and a little, like a little Irish style cap on top. And he says, "Hey yo, I'm Big Walt, and if you got any constructs that need fixing, I am your guy. Also got some good whiskey back home. Anyway, we are here on an adventure. I'm here to help."
Thank you.
Thank you. Big Walt.
So yeah, the rest of you just inexplicably see two of your party members gone. They just never showed up here, and there are two other people here.
I still have wings though.
Yes,
Pleased to meet you.
You're
I'm
like,
Clementine Little Creek.
Clementine Little Creek. That's good.
Oh, good
Big
lord.
Walt and Clementine.
Clemens, I think we're boyfriends.
Eli puts his hands on his hips and he says, well, this farm actually reminds me about a time that my grandpappy told me the sad story about, him in the Great Dragon War or Great Dinosaur War. I'm not really sure. And so, he was talking about how, and he just like rambles.
Wait, Eli, why are you acting so normal?
And speaking of my grandpappy, have y'all ever seen a purple dragon before? I don't know if those exist. I would love to see a purple dragon though. I feel like that would be amazing. It would make me so happy. But not a purple dinosaur. I feel like that would be really fucked up. I feel like he'd want to like say I love you a whole bunch and play with children, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. I wouldn't let him near my kids.
Really weird when you say it like that.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I think I got a 2x4 somewhere. Maybe
what-
we need to engage that.
What activity is Drost repeating over and over again?
He's behind the barn chopping wood.
Okay,
Wood pile.
good.
Oh yeah, he's
Big Walt
chopping
approves.
wood.
Except he didn't have a or an axe, so he's just using his hammer and just absolutely
Crushing it.
pancaking logs.
Just
They're like-
splintering them all over the place.
They're like going out sideways and shit. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, Carrick is just like, the fuck is going on? Ah, and he's like putting his finger in his ear, like, what the hell? You guys hear that? What the fuck?
I am so confused by everything that's occurring. I thought this place would be less sensical.
Uh,
I told you all about the story of my first love. Let me tell you the amazing tale of, and then ramble.
Was it the mirror?
Was it? Oh, I don't respond.
Well, the crops aren't gonna harvest themselves. We better get to work.
Looks out over the destroyed fields.
Ah,
Do they,
fuck.
do they appear this way to me?
That
Or
do they appear
my
this way to you?
trans- my transformed colleagues?
Yeah, I think your true sight would
How
see
they
through things. So anyone
actually
else who has true sight, you would see them as your friends, but with an illusion over them that makes them somebody else. Yeah.
Hmm. Huh.
well, that's interesting.
This is certainly strange. Before
Uh,
we get too much further, foresight. I'll hit me in the car with foresight.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, it's happening too. No, we're hitting
Unfortunately
the
for
quad.
Dross, he's out pounding wood.
I also can't pass that wisdom save.
Fair enough.
Can I go find Dross?
It's not hard to find. He can just follow the sounds of splintering and cracking.
Who did you get, Leroy?
To be fair, there's a thunderstorm.
Nikareth and Leroy.
Okay.
There's a lot of thunder outside and no rain.
Holy
It's really strange.
shit. I was actually wondering what the fuck was happening upstairs.
No, that's
That's
the
amazing.
ambiance.
I didn't realize it was thunder. I thought someone
Ambiance.
was having a fucking seizure upstairs.
Good old
Okay.
orc farmer, does this field make you angry? Let me tell you about the time that I experienced my first anger. It was way back when I went to the Golden Dragon Inn. It's so bad. Oh gosh. Ramble.
Big Walt is grabbing Clemence's hand and drags him along to go find Dross, and then I link arms with both of them and do my first twin foresight.
Thank you.
Again, picture the image here. It's two burly men and Dross just doing like
So three
Gonna go on a
burly
road
men.
this guy's being dudes. Fucking real
Gotta
dudes
save
rock
Jotaro's
moment over here.
mom.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta save Jotaro's mom.
Oh, fuck.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's one. And
Y'all got
Nothing like
shoulders
seeing men
like
in the field.
tires. It's
oh yeah,
JoJo.
also I need to fucking long rest.
Oh
Down
yes.
the field flipping tires and fucking CrossFit.
Okay, that's one, and then just gonna write down us and who else needs that good? I know what Carrick does for sure.
Everything Joyce
hell
is
yeah.
good.
Carrick and maybe me. Yeah, Big Walt's out for himself. All right, yeah, Carrick and Clements for the other one.
Look at all this magic being thrown about. You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of the time when I tried to cast a love spell for my best friend. That did not go well. Let me tell you the story. ramble.
Incredible.
So you're all doing these various activities outside this farmhouse, casting some spells, getting to know these new characters amongst yourselves. When all of a sudden, the door to the house closest to you, the little building there, which I think is actually a little barn. I think the house is to the south. So the little barn there, a side door opens, and out walks yet another familiar face. One completely unexpected in this place. Like, think of the last person you would think would show up here.
Sayo, because he's dead.
Damien, the cat.
No, it's Catalina the Thrask. Free
Son of a
corruption.
What
Wait,
the
she
fuck?
shows up
Kicks-
everywhere all the time. This is
Kicks
not
the door
surprising.
open, walks on
She
out.
didn't want to quit.
It's
Didn't I
Catalina,
stab
the
you?
13th great dreamer.
That bitch, Catalina.
She doesn't respond to any of you. She just like picks some flowers from a nearby bush and tries to go back inside.
Excuse me, young lady. Do you know who I am?
Was it Carl? I think we've seen you around town a few times.
So here's where we're gonna explore the identity of Big Walt in this situation.
Big Walt,
Because
yes.
do I? Because I'm gonna have to figure out, does Big Walt know that he's Big Walt but still retain Faye's sense of self? So
I think
I'm just, yeah.
I think Big Walt is suddenly very angry and doesn't know why.
Oh, okay, doesn't know why. Okay.
Yeah,
You
not Carl, Walt. Yes, Walt.
do not Walt me. You have taken everything from me. I don't know what, but don't push me on this. You will face your reckoning.
I'm sorry, were these your flowers here? They looked so pretty. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I would offer to put them back. I don't think I can.
I'm trying to hold me back, I swear.
Oh
Only
dear.
Big Walt has a college level education. No words like reckoning.
You don't know Big Walt's lifestyle.
I reckon he knows how to reckon.
We're fleshing out that character right now. Listen here, young lady. Let me tell you about the time that I picked flowers and
My
then
life
they
got turned
died.
right
And
upside
brum,
down.
brum, 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 brum.
Much
See
rambling.
here, these here crops, we still get a good 10-50% of the harvest. You get right out here. We gotta get every hand getting this done. You know, right now, if we're gonna get it in before the rain. You hear that thunder? It's coming.
Yes, some sort of storm. Very, very soon. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna go put these flowers in some water. If you need to talk more, I'll be right back.
Bring a hat.
Excellent idea. And she will
Where y'all hats at?
bow
Where my
slightly
hat
and
at?
retreat inside.
Oh, that fella fills me with a sense of rage I haven't felt since. Oh,
Fucking nom.
He puts
no,
on
grad
his
school.
mom's
Walt is
hat.
very well educated.
Excellent.
The College of Agriculture is the finest of the Bard colleges.
Carrick looks to the rest of his party and says, those of you with true sight, was she an illusion of any kind?
Was she an illusion?
Oh shit, I would have had that.
Yes, those of you with true sight would see she was an illusion. Not concealing something, but just a pure constructed illusion from this place. So you would see like partially through her.
I'm calming down. All right.
What is truth, anyways? Have you ever thought about why we make so many white lies in our world? Like, why do we have to lie to one another when we could just be very truthful and like, ramble?
Does Eli seem more talkative than usual?
No.
I think this is about
Is that
normal, right?
possible?
This is very on character for you.
Just a little.
So, going through the characters one by one, can I just ask, who among you felt a spark of anger when Catalina came outside?
I've just had kind of a progressive line of anger this whole time.
Indeed.
I probably had like a knee-jerk reaction when I saw her.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about anger, but like definitely like, oh, she's here again.
Sure.
Are we gonna kill her again?
My list,
I'm behind the barn.
Eli
my list
is
would have instinctively strayed
Not.
to his dagger.
Okay, so Eli, so it sounds like probably Walt and Clementine and Carrick and Milos, the four of you essentially.
think so.
Yeah.
Felt at least some sort of angry or violent reaction, even if
That's fair.
just for a spark. Okay. Did I catch? Did Eli say something? I'm sorry.
I didn't want to interrupt someone, so I stopped talking. I was gonna say Eli is like not with it right now. Think of like super ADHD brain. So Nick, um,
Wow.
I love you, honey. But he's just like goes from one tangent to another and is just like basically not even looking at people. So I don't even think he really
Okay.
like realized who that was.
Fair enough. So, from those of you who had a spark of anger, almost like a shadow in the air passes around you, like almost like there's an invisible sheet behind you, and a shadow's being cast on that. That slowly rises up and away from your body, warping as it moves, growing long, feathery wings, multiple tentacles, and as the shadow grows, it begins to gain color. This crazy, very red, fiery color, and it begins to grow many eyes.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Is it this guy?
Boopity, boopity, boop, boop.
Oh, lovely.
And we're gonna enter initiative.
Oh, at least those aren't what I thought they were.
Boop.
Oh, damn.
And let me put Neck on the map. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Actions.
Quick question
That was
for the
cool.
party. Any of y'all want Helm of Awareness?
No, thank you.
What does it do?
You have advantage on initiative rolls, and you can't be surprised.
Does it require concentration?
It requires attunement, yes.
Attunement. Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm
I'll
good.
take it if no one else wants it.
Like my current
It
captain.
is all yours.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Helm of Awareness. I might have that one. Hold on. Where? Yeah, I do. Or I can just drop that on your sheet. Boop. There you go.
Do I get it for this combat or
Sure.
Yes,
We'll
I would.
see.
I would have tried to give it to you before this combat. That's why I was bringing it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Plus 3. I got a 5 on advantage.
I need a couple more initiative rolls here.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh, good.
Oh shit! I got a 22
Oh,
initiative
shit.
actually.
Yeah,
Jordan.
22.
Yes.
Look at
can
that.
Low ass
do.
number.
22. All right. Anyone else need initiative adjusted from stuff like advantage or whatever?
Yeah, I need an adjustment from rolling like dog shit.
Oh yeah, classic. Milos, is that what you got at advantage?
Yes, I got 2 5s.
Oh no. Okay, fair enough.
Oof.
Fucking yikes!
Yep.
All right then. Let's begin
Hell
combat
yeah.
with Clementine.
Clementine is going to shocking grasp the creature.
Absolutely.
And foresight is advantage, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright then.
Friendly reminder that this song will get much louder. Awesome. That is a bunch of damage.
I'm going to move away.
Am I allowed to interrupt my repeated activity for combat?
Yes.
Because shocking grasp
The-
hit, it don't get no reaction.
Correct.
I'm going
Sorry, go ahead.
because I have Eldritch Knight thing, I get to make one attack with a weapon. So I'm going to attack the same creature.
Excellent. That's a hit.
It will not have the 3d6 on the end. So will just be 11. And
Okay.
I'm going to spend a spell slot. Just one moment. Plus 6 lightning and pass turn.
All right. Clemens, you have ended your turn within 60 feet of one of these creatures. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. That passes. No effect. Actually, I'll describe it to you first, because this might be... There's a potential that some of you might want to accept this one willingly. So I will say a rage bubbles up from within you, and you feel a little extra violent. You could choose to go with the rage or choose to resist it. That's up to you.
Since I was already feeling a little ragey, I feel like I should give in to it.
Okay, fair enough. So you are now enraged by the aura of fury around this creature, during which time you have advantage on all melee attack rolls, but all attack rolls in general made against you have advantage. In addition, this creature has other traits that interact with the enraged beat, but I'll just know that you have that bonus and they have bonus against you.
Thank you.
Violence accelerated. Eli.
Hello. I would like to take a step or two this way. To get away from the majority of them, ish, kind of. And then I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers. Let's do on this one.
All right. All right, so that's automatic when it starts its turn there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Noted. Anything else, Eli?
I will then take out my little guitar, and I'm going to do a little strummy strum and inspire Nakareth.
All right. Same deal with the rage for you, Eli. You can either give into the rage, or you can try to resist it with a wisdom save.
I like to resist it. I'm not a very rageful guy.
Perfect.
But I feel like I'm not going to pass the save. I did not pass the save.
Yeah, you are
I'm big Madge.
enraged. Eric.
Madge.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna just try and start swinging at this guy behind me.
Go for it. Hit.
Oh my god.
Second hit.
All right, and then bonus action, I'll attack again.
Yep. Big damage.
And then -1 on the last one.
Okay. Boop. Same deal with the rage deal. You can resist it or with wisdom saving throw, or just give in.
I will try to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. That is a pass. You resist the rage.
Cool. And that is my turn.
Nakareth.
Alright, I will activate. Oh wait, the arms are always active now. So I'll just attack the one next to Faye. So I will. Sorry, attack. The advantage.
Hit. Another hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do the regular 3, and then I'll spend. Oh, fuck. Yeah, whatever, never mind. I'm gonna spend 3 key points for D10s. 2 D10 on the first. Normal.
Okay, so that's the first hit. Second hits.
Fun. Third.
Third hit. Boop. Bunch of damage.
Yep. And that's my turn.
All right. Same deal with the rage. Wisdom save to resist, or you can give in.
Oh shit! Right. I will probably just resist.
Yeah, you got a pretty high wisdom save. Oh yeah, easy. Faye, you're up.
All right. With weirdly feline nimble grace, Big Walt is gonna kind of go up on his tippy toes for a second, wings stretch wide, and I will cast Misty Step to port about 30 feet in the air.
Okay.
And then I will use a quicken spell to send a firebolt rocketing downward at the quarry beneath my feet.
All right.
Suddenly, Big Walt looks like Purry Purry Prisoner.
Hit. Absolutely.
Oh shit! Incredible. No, that's
I'm gonna
gonna hit.
post a pic for anyone who doesn't get that.
Heinous roll, but
Oof.
13 damage.
Do you have a thing for like re-rolling ones on fire damage or something? I don't remember.
Oh, I feel like
Definitely
I think
next
I
year.
lost that. I
Oh,
think
you might have.
I lost that with the transition to prosperity from treachery. Yeah,
Fair enough. Well, blop.
it's all right.
Hit him with some. Oh wait, sorry. You pierce resistances. Otherwise, he would be resistant to fire damage. So you're good there.
Yeah, not today.
Yeah, he is covered in fire, but you don't care. Awesome. So you are still within 60 feet. Wisdom save versus rage, or you can give in.
Oh, I wish to resist. Walt does not like to give in to anger. Saving throw?
Yep, wisdom saving throw. Walt gives into the anger regardless of his wishes.
Ooh, he's heading to the ballot booth.
Jordan,
Yes.
I completely forgot a feature for
Oh,
my
yes.
dulcimer.
Go ahead.
It just whenever I do bardic inspiration, cutting words or vicious mockery, I can deal 1d8 thunder damage to an enemy
Ah,
that
yes.
can hear me.
Which is
Can I
now
just-
infinite range thanks to your deal with Mahadi. Lol.
Lol. I'm just gonna do the one that's close to me,
Okay,
just
go
to
ahead.
make it easy. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I will remember for next time.
It's such a good picture.
Great character.
My
Leroy is
God.
up.
Yeah, so Leroy is up. You said these guys, they're 30 feet up in the air, is that the idea here?
Faye is 30 feet up in the air. These guys are on the ground.
Oh, I see. I was wondering why only one of them was marked like that. Alright, I'm going to try and find, I know it probably won't do a lot of damage, but I'm gonna try and find a space. Yeah, it's a little too big, isn't it?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You would probably assume that psychic damage would not work super well on these based on past experience
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, I was more going for the debuff, but yeah.
That's fair.
This is unfortunate. Do they seem like they are magic in a dispellable sense?
They do not seem dispellable, no.
What?
They are
Remember
natives
we
of
get
this plane.
Eldritch Blasts.
Eldritch Blast.
Alright, I'm gonna do the one that's just above Faye, I guess.
Above Walt? Excuse you?
Sorry, yeah, sorry, above Big Wall.
Including
Francis
Dave.
Day's
Yeah.
working on the farm. I don't know why he's like frighteningly unhealthy, but
1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit.
yay! That's an
Bonk.
above average turn for me.
Yeah.
I'm level 20.
You did 12 damage. Congrats.
Oh no. Okay. It is.
And
Oh,
I will move a little bit.
yeah. You gonna wisdom save against rage, or are you gonna
Yeah.
give into it?
Nah.
All right. You succeed in resisting the rage.
I do not let my rage consume me.
This one up here is going to look out at Clementine and cast Enemies Abound, but it casts it psionically, which means it does not visibly cast a spell, cannot be counterspelled.
You got that Wi-Fi
Mother
casting.
bitch.
Yep, I knew. I heard the counterspells being loaded into the chamber, but nope, these guys are psionic casters. They cannot be counterspelled.
Wi-Fi casting. That's so fucking funny.
He just kind of looks at you, and the spell just happens. So, Clemens, I need an intelligence saving throw, please. That is a pass. No effect. You have caused him to waste his turn. He's going to stay there. The next one, he's going to do the same thing, but against Nakareth.
Oh,
Make me an intelligence saving throw, please, Nakareth.
I don't like that.
I got that NordVPN going on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I only got an 18. Fuck.
Indeed. Nakareth.
Uh-huh.
Did you know if you use NordVPN, you can't get cancer?
Damn. The spell casting you is Enemies Abound. It is a standard
It's 'cause of
spell.
all the crabs.
You lose the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures you can see as enemies until the spell ends. Every time you take damage, you can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on a success. And this one is now concentrating.
Huh.
So you just
Is
see a whole lot of enemies.
Does it technically count as a charm?
It does not appear to be count as a charm. I don't see the keyword charm anywhere in it.
Huh.
It just says the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe.
Strange. Okay.
Yes. Yep, I don't see charm in here. Let's see. Whenever you must choose the target at random from among creatures that can see within range of your attacks. If an enemy provokes an opportunity attack from you, you must take the first one that happens, whether it's friend or foe, technically.
Friend or foe.
Yep. So you're in full fight mode, punching everything as hard as you can. Then it is Ross's turn.
All right. Well, with my newly found 60 feet of move speed,
Epic boon of speed.
1, 2,
Is that how you got behind the barn so fast?
Yeah.
5,
Basically, yeah.
It was nothing personnel.
7, 8. I'm gonna unleash some Bonka Janine. I don't have fucking foresight, do I?
Nope.
No,
You
because
do.
you were
You absolutely
chopping wood.
Was that you
I
with
brought-
the double one?
We did our fucking
Oh.
hand holding.
Oh, you
Come on
did the
now.
fusion dance?
The
Never
trio
mind.
of
You
Yeah,
got
bros.
back
yeah,
for it.
I remember now. The big boys trio. I got you. Sorry, I get
Forget
sad
the
for a
big
second.
The big boys ball.
All right, Chabonk.
Boys ball.
2 and 3 and what did I click on? Four.
Oh no! All 4 hit. One's a crit.
All right. They're not resistant to cold, are they?
Nope.
All right. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's bad math. Plus. Does my giant smite get double tiered?
I think it's the first hit on your turn, right? So I don't think so.
Okay. Plus
May.
32. That doesn't get doubled, right? The damage
bonus does not. No.
All right. Almost forgot. R less than 3.
Sheesh.
What?
Bonk it a bonk it a bonk.
Bam. It looks pretty hurt.
Dross
Very
barely
much.
pauses, and he just continues the same wood chopping motion he's been doing the entire time, and he just bonk, bonk, bonk the dude.
This is like the hammer in Smash Bros.
It's
Yes.
like the hammer in Smash Bros.
Josh just runs up, hammer still swinging while he runs.
I like to think that that was like a Final Fantasy style damage cap. Like,
Yes.
you really should have done much more than 99, but
Little
You're not
exclamation
allowed.
point next to it.
Drost has rolled much more than 99 in a turn.
Yeah, honestly, he kind of wussed out here.
My bad, guys. My bad. All right.
Yeah, if
And
you
I'll
wanted
retroactively
to.
bonus action Giant Smite because I should have done that because I
Yes.
included the damage in the roll. Whoops.
Extra big
Some
boy.
people say retconning is cheating, but I say it fixes cheating.
What the fuck?
I'm big.
He's so thick.
I'm big.
That's how big Drost can get now with Giant Smite.
He does. And that was
Now
toddler
someone
size.
enlarge him.
All
And
right,
that was,
I'm
yeah,
done.
that was toddler size. That's true. Did you action search? I can't remember. If not, fine.
Nope.
No.
Okay. I thought that's what you were describing with continuing the motion, but I get it now. Okay. Cool. Oh wait. Rage. Yes? No? Give in? Resist?
Oh, I
Why
would
did you
never
ask?
resist.
All right. You are enraged. Milos.
Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to have Neko force empowered around.
All right.
28 to hit.
Which one? But yes.
The one in range.
Okay. Perfect.
For 13 damage.
Bonk.
And I'm gonna Arcane Jolt that as well.
Ooh.
For 9 more force damage.
Bonk.
Then I will pull out Bell's Talon since I already had my hand on it, and Slice. Ooh, 33. I'm also going to spend a charge of one of my soul coins, not Bell, to turn it into a Celestial, for the purpose of the attack.
Yep. Classic.
So that's 47 damage.
47 damage. Do you want to guess how many hit points it had remaining?
48?
47. Exactly.
Oh,
on the dot.
hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Boom. So do you steal its soul? Because you hit it with Bell's Talon, right?
If it has a soul to steal, I steal it just by
Yeah.
killing it.
I think it would, because its soul goes back into the fucking soul funnel and becomes a new quarry. So yeah, you prevent a new quarry from being spawned because you steal its soul.
in your plane, stealing your souls.
Yeah.
I'll toss a coin over to Neko's compartment, to
But for
carry the
whom?
new one.
Toss a coin to your Neko.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
All right.
Or your cat bot, I guess.
Very-
would
very
probably
spicy.
stand better.
And pass turn.
Rage? Question mark? Exclamation point?
I just absolutely murdered that thing, and I'm holding a fragment of whatever's left of Bell's soul. I don't think I can resist the rage as a character.
Fair enough. All right, you give it to the rage. I like it. The last Cory will go. The last Cory gonna hit Drost with one of those enemies abound spells. That is an intelligence saving throw, my friend.
Ruh-roh.
I mean, it's
Drost is
not my
pretty decent.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna be
I
fine.
failed. Oh
Ooh.
shit!
You're fine. He absolutely whiffs the spell, and you're totally
Let's
okay.
go, baby.
I'm getting nervous with how many crits we've seen this evening.
Back to Clementine. I almost said Clements, but I recovered.
Clementine is gonna aim his shovel, which is actually a bow, but actually a shovel, at the closest quarry and pew pew.
Was Clemens enraged or did you resist? I can't remember.
Yes.
You were enraged. Okay. It is going to spend a reaction. It can cause an attack meant to hit it to hit by a creature that is enraged to hit somebody else. So he's going to force your arrow to hit Faye instead.
Oh no.
Y'all
Oh.
motherfuckers. Oh yeah, my character wouldn't be able to resist the rage.
So that's just 9 as the base damage. Then I'm gonna throw a
Right, because not specified foe or whatever, right? Yeah.
and then throw a 6 extra lightning damage
So,
on there.
so just 15 total?
Correct. And I'm gonna make a second attack. Do I have to also make that at Faye?
That can be back of the creature again. It can only do one attack.
Okay. That'll be 11 plus 9, so 20 damage and pass turn.
Boop. All right. You are still enraged. Let me double check what that says about. You're just enraged for 1 minute, so you're still enraged. Don't need a new save. Okay. Eli.
All right. Does enraged restrict me to anything?
Nope.
Just makes me angry.
Makes you angry.
I'm angry.
It gives you advantage on melee attack rolls, but all attack rolls against you are at advantage.
I don't do melee. All right.
Yep. Sucks for casters.
Can you cast spells? Because I know you can't with like rage, barbarian rage.
Yeah, it's more like having reckless attack applied to you forcefully than rage. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Alright. Eli is gonna take his guitar and like swing it over his head, and he yells out, "Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?" And he just starts slamming down a ripple of I don't want to do the destructive wave. Yeah, right click. Yeah. It sends out a burst of divine energy that ripples outward from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. I'm choosing the enemies.
Let's see. 18, 11, 15. 3 fails, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
49
All right. These guys
damage.
are immune to prone, but they will take 49 damage.
Does they have any effect with thunder, radiant?
They do not. They take full
Okay.
damage.
Alright.
Blah.
What
That hurts. They are all looking pretty hurt at this point.
Eli smiles and goes, "I thought not. It's not the story the Jedi would tell you."
Oh, God damn.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Not done.
I was just gonna ask, can I inspire when I'm raged, or is that not
Yes,
a
sure.
thing?
Go ahead.
Oh, I can.
You
Okay.
have no restrictions on your actions. You can do whatever.
Oh my gosh, I would like to inspire Faye then.
Get inspired. All right.
You mean Big Walt?
Big Walt. Yes, Big Walt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank
Go,
you.
Big Walt.
Consider yourself.
I just remembered I forgot to use my fucking.
Yeah, can you guys like use a like status condition or something to show that you're inspired? So I know.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
So.
say my Waltness.
So I know. Also, I want this one to take another 3 damage.
Okay. 3 damage. You got it. Yeah, empowered makes sense. That's a good one. Whoop. Oh, not you, Faye. Wiltz. There we go. Empowered. Ah, there we go. We got it. 3 damage.
Woo.
Now it's Carrick's turn.
Alrighty. Same thing as last turn. Start swinging.
Go for it. I don't remember if you're enraged or not. You should have advantage either way, I guess. Right?
I'm not.
Yeah. Advantage then.
That's 46 damage.
Sheesh.
Bonus action attack.
Oof.
Nat 1. I
At advantage
with
too.
two nat ones.
Oh
You know what?
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just accept. I'll accept the rare miss.
Yep, that
That's-
happens.
Pretty monka.
All right. Wisdom save against enrage.
All right.
You are now enraged.
I'm angry that I just missed that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. Nikareth, you regard all creatures as your enemies at the moment.
Huh.
So if,
And
if
there's no way that I
multiple-
can just keep attacking the one I attacked last time.
as the spell specifies, if there are multiple valid creatures in range for your attacks, you determine at random. So we could assign a D5 here, because I think Leroy's in range too.
Mm-hmm.
I even stepped away from him, but not far enough.
Not far enough.
Yeah. Can I move so that the one I want to attack is just in range?
That doesn't seem very in spirit of you regard all creatures as your enemies.
Yeah.
For what Nakara sees at the moment is like as if all of your friends just been replaced by more of these Kori, essentially. Like they were all just in disguise.
Yeah, and I feel like, well, Nakara knowing Quarry would be like, no, that's not right.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
Let me double check the wording of the spell to see if there's anything about this. Let's see.
Yeah. Because, like, especially being a monk with, like, stillness of mind and shit, like, I know it's an intelligence save, and it's not technically a charm or frighten, but
The mind.
God damn, it sounds like it.
Yeah, it does not appear to be considered a charm. It essentially is. They're not controlling you. They're just. It's an illusion that makes you think all your friends are your enemies, essentially.
But if it's an illusion, then I have true sight within 10 feet.
I mean, it's technically an enchantment
think-
spell. I was just trying to put it.
Yeah, I think
some other words.
illusion might have been a term of art there.
Yes,
I know.
Jakar?
Go ahead.
I think.
Try to hit Leroy.
I think. I think if you want to move away, you could just retreat. But I don't think you could put yourself in a position where you only hit one of them, if that makes sense. If you want to just hit no one, you could run away. I think that's
Actually-
fair, but
I don't think there's a spot where I could actually put myself now that I'm looking at it closer again.
yeah, like if Nakara just sees, oh shit, that's a lot of bad guys, and wants to back the fuck off, you could. Like that works. But
Yeah. I'll just,
Oh,
so that I
shit.
don't hurt my friends, I'll just back up and...
No. So that you survive the onslaught of Kori.
indeed, and as you run away, you trigger an attack of opportunity
Oh,
because they
right.
have 10-foot tentacles. 26 to hit. Disadvantage. Thank you. I'll reroll. The second one was a nat 20, so 26 to hit.
Yeah, alright, that hit.
All right. So that is 20 bludgeoning and fire damage, and you're actually grappled in place.
Bitch.
I'm not going to force you to make attacks, but you've been grappled.
But you are tremendously owned right now.
You are tremendously owned.
You still have an action, which I should have used to disengage. Idiot.
Yeah, might be a little late.
Yeah. Can I use it to escape the grapple?
Yeah, sure. The grapple. Yes, okay. And target is yeah, okay. I've got the escape DC here. So, athletics or acrobatics? Absolutely. You break free from the grapple. And then you run away.
Yeah.
Classic. All right. Yeah, okay. Were you enraged?
Damage. No.
Okay. Another saving
I
throw
did.
against enraged, then.
Okay.
You're still within 60 feet. It's quite a long range.
All right, and I took 20 points of damage.
That's right.
Sorry. Wisdom save.
Yes, sir. Not enraged. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey!
Do I have a save against
Big Wold.
enemies?
You do, because you took damage. It's one save every time you take damage.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you
how
don't
it-
run away if you pass it and want to attack or something. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Either
so-
way. Oh, you used your action. Never mind. So it doesn't matter. Yes, you break free from that spell.
I want to break free. Okay.
All right. We got there. Faye, you're up.
All right,
Sorry,
Big
Big Walt.
Walt, like a glorious human cannonball, sails through the air and ends up behind Carrick, where he gives a very brief but like deep tissue like shoulder massage as he applies haste and says, "Go get him, Chief. I believe in you." Just giving all the dadly energy I can.
Thanks, Big Walt.
You're welcome, son.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna fly back up though.
Yep,
We'll
back up to
take my
30 feet.
position
Okay.
As an angelic protector, yes.
Don't remember if you were enraged or not. If you were not, another roll.
Oh no, I'm enraged.
Okay, still mad. Still mad about it. Leroy.
Right about it. Let's see. I don't have very much that I can do, huh? I target the same Curie as before. Or wait, which was the one?
Oh,
that
I'm
was
sorry.
concentrating?
This Corey was supposed to take damage from daggers, right? How much daggers damage was it taking?
I think 11 was the last roll
Thank
I
you.
did.
There we go. Perfect.
Leroy,
Yeah.
I think you just need to change the way you're thinking about the situation. Technically, there's a ton of targets in range of a synaptic static.
True.
You know what?
You're
You're kind of right.
these things also all look pretty hurt, for
Uh-oh.
what it's worth.
Uh-oh.
I'm not doing this. But I cannot.
I'll do it. You take your turn.
Game is cringe.
I got it.
Okay.
You have to
I
hover
need
it
to
and
give
click
myself back
delete.
2 spell
Kind of weird.
slots. Oh, I hit click delete? I've been trying to use delete on my keyboard.
Yeah,
I'm
you can do
special.
that. You
It's
just have to
cool.
hover it.
It doesn't let me. I tried to do that before I complained. All right. This one then.
Well, don't go into daggers.
No, I'm nailing him. You know.
Huh?
One in a sexual way.
2 hit. 3 hit. 3
Well.
hit.
There would never be.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 4 hit.
Oh, let's go. 24 damage.
Damage.
That's, I mean, that's got to be the highest anyone's ever done, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty high roll.
Damn,
Okay,
if
not-
only you
not-
could add your charisma modifier to the damage.
Listen
here,
here,
you
you little shit.
Had a better charisma modifier.
I didn't know I was going to be taking the True Sight boon until during the session, and that's why I didn't race back out of my other variety of eyes effects.
Sounds like a skill issue.
True.
Yeah, I do have. It's called executive function skills. I don't have them.
Same.
Oh no.
Feel that.
I'm really good at executing people.
And rage.
You're not
into-
good at functioning
Question-
afterward.
Oh,
Question mark
in
could do-
Rame, I would never in Rame.
Oh no. Quabbin? You are not enraged. You pass.
I am challenge.
This Corey is going to use a feature called Recall Agony.
That doesn't
What?
sound ominous at all.
Is that just like
And
going to therapy?
is gonna point it at Clemens. I think Clemens is still the one that's done the most damage to it. So Clemens, I need a wisdom saving throw.
So true.
Unfortunate.
Arcane deflection +4.
Still a fail. That is 66 psychic damage.
Understandable.
As you recall the most agonizing moments of your past. What are the most agonizing moments of Clemens' past?
Probably the moment when all of the most agonizing moments of my past came back to me the last time. That I just recently got over.
Classic.
And
Okay, then you know what?
No, not again.
You know what? This time it's different then. If since that has happened to Clemens before, the other part of this feature is moment from the creature's past or future? Question mark. So Clemens, let's see. Clemens gets a
with like a vision of all of our deaths.
No, not the culmination of Clemens's plans, the most painful moment of her future. Easy mistake to make.
Oof.
Clemens, you feel you see a
Here.
future.
Thanks.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. You see a future, a memory from the future that you've not experienced yet, but so painful that somehow it jumped to the past to meet you. A vision of the future that came to you in a dream of Clemens just essentially drowning in a pool of extremely strong acid.
Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun
Ooh.
at all.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So,
is Clemens gonna be the Joker?
Please look forward to it.
I look forward to it. Huh.
This Corey is gonna do the same thing to Carrick. That is a wisdom saving throw.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, that is also a fail. What is Carrick's most agonizing memory?
Oh boy. Maybe it's fucking exploding that ship.
Oh, fair.
That's pretty traumatic.
That's pretty traumatic. Yeah, fair. And then fighting your way out of the fire afterwards. Yeah, that was pretty wild. So you take 68 psychic damage from that. Not nice.
Ouch.
Wow, that's really traumatic.
It's very traumatic. Yeah. And that ends its turn. And Drost is up. Drost still doing the Super Smash Bros. Hammer swing.
I'm thinking. How are these guys looking?
Extremely hurt.
All of
Barely
them?
clinging to life, yeah.
Dross has been swinging pretty furiously, and he's built up a lot of static.
Excellent.
So he's just gonna let it all go at once. And cast Chain Lightning on all 3 targets.
All right. Dex save. 8, 9, 11. They all fail.
Lol.
Yeesh.
Holy
LMAO
shit.
even.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Lightning chains between all 3 of them and then grounds itself behind the last one out into the field, lighting the crops ablaze once again. As you hear, the storm that has been approaching finally arrives, striking Dross' hammer with lightning, and then he redirects it into all of them, and they all just vaporize into ash and just blood spray all through the air. And you are all out of combat.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Damn, that was pretty slick at the end there.
I think I broke a kidney.
Oh no.
Oh, Clementine. Oh, heck. Can I help you?
Yeah, do you know a good therapist? And a doctor.
Oh, I used to be a doctor.
Oh, what
That's plenty
happened?
of them.
I left the military.
Can you Can you take care of all this internal bleeding that may not be going inside my brain?
Oh. Sorry, I'm not really that kind of doctor.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly.
Yeah, it's true. This one's talking sense.
Have I told you guys about the critically acclaimed FX?
Does Clementine have any special reaction to being told about bees?
That's a good question. Let me do a history check.
Wait, what?
I think so.
I'm getting some kind of a funny feeling when you mention those lovely creatures. I can't quite place it though.
Something stirs within Big Mom.
He does like jazz.
Oh, thank you. The intense heat of that battle and the anger you all felt previously washes away in the cool rain that has started to fall as the storm has finally caught up with this area.
Oh, that's nice. Really cools the old ears off.
Yeah.
None of y'all happen to be skilled in the first aid arts, would you? I do feel a few steps in the grave. There are quite a lot of chores to get done.
Yeah. Come here, Hoss.
I can tell you about the time that I healed somebody and and how that made me feel. Yada yada yada.
Folks at school always said I gave real mean rub, so you just turn around there, Chief. Let me get to work here.
Oh, yeah,
And now,
I do got a big old knot in my shoulder.
You got
You can get that too.
run them right up.
how much HP are you down?
Like 60 something.
Oh, okay, amazing. Yeah, we're just gonna get a solid heal in there.
Right now, after that healing word, I'm down in about 49.
Oh, I didn't see the healing word. Okay.
Yeah, Eli's just like talking Clementine's ear off about.
Was the healing word a monologue?
Of course it was.
Excellent.
Healing words.
Your story
Healing word, parentheses, ritual.
Yes.
To be or not to be, that is the question, guys.
I think that's inspiring leader.
Of all of the monologues, you could pick the one where he's like, "Should I kill myself?"
yeah, that's quite a healing word right there.
All right, 3 good rubs, Clemens. That's going to be a total of 24 HP. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Clementine.
You know,
I get that a lot.
The fellows on the farm always appreciated my grip.
Oh.
Yeah, I imagine they would.
So you got a good heft about you, Mr. Man.
Welcome to Ram Ranch.
I just can't. No. The look I'm giving fucking Dross right now is what's that gif where like the mountain man who's just like gently nodding with a growing smile on his face.
Yes.
Jesus, who knew a farm would be so deeply homoerotic?
They don't call them dude ranches for nothing.
Didn't know they called them that.
I mean,
Jordan.
yes.
Does the dagger still burn my hand, or is that fixed?
You know, I think it's more fun if it does.
All right,
It's still a cursed item. You've broken obligation from it, but yeah, it's still cursed.
I will hold my hand against the cold metal of Neko to cool the burns then in the
Makes
rain.
sense. You put the coin that had the quarry on it into a storage device on Neko, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think then when you touch Neko, there's no necessarily mechanic for this. I'm not going to impose a mechanical disadvantage for this or anything, but I think you can feel that burden you would normally feel when you have the coins on you. If that makes sense, when you touch Neko, because if you go over your cap that way.
Neko does have 2 soul coins and I have 4.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, you start to feel that burden when you touch Neko. So in one sense, you feel that cool that cool touch against your burnt skin. Oh, not actually burnt, but your very warm skin that needs to be cooled down. Which is comforting, but at the same time, you feel this like deep pit of despair inside you as you can feel these coins and the pressure that they exert on you. You start to feel the whispers of the souls begging for release. 2 of them, though, don't make you particularly sorrowful, especially Belle's. I mean, you're probably not super sad that you have Belle's soul in a coin, but yeah. But I thought I would mention that for effect.
Thank you.
I think we will end it there tonight. I will thank you all for playing, and I hope it was fun rejoining. I'll also mention real quick these dream things that you're all rolling is going to be a continuing theme. We will get back to those, the dream traits. And I ripped most of them off, and the rest are inspired by a game called Something Is Wrong Here, which is a game about dark dreams and troubled times that I found on itch.io. That's where that's from. I figured I would give credit there because it's very cool.
That's neat. It rules.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Thank you kindly for the reference and for running the game. It was very fun.
Sure. Yeah, thank you.
Have a good night,
that
all.
was sweet.